Thank you, Darren. Go ahead and do the report, please.
Jay, what were the expectations that the Chiefs coaching staff gave you when you were drafted, and what are the expectations they have for yourself going into the season?
Yeah, as far as the coaches, just get in here and learn the offense as fast as possible, and be a key contributor on the team, however that looks, whether it's special teams, offense, whatever they ask me to do, I'll do it. My expectations of myself are basically that I want to come in here, I want to get comfortable, and I want to learn the brand and style of football that they play here in Kansas City, and I want to be able to do that to the best of my ability.
Have you had a chance to talk with Travis and try to see where you all can link up and try to, steal some knowledge from him?
Yeah. I'm planning on being able to see him soon. Right now is just get in and like I said earlier, just learn the offense as much as possible, get as comfortable as possible right now before I have to worry about a whole bunch of other stuff down the road.
Jared, you moved from quarterback to tight end, and obviously there's a lot of guys that have done that. But can you explain what that process was like for you going through it the first time, and what do you love most about playing the tight end position?
First off, that transition it was a little bit tougher because I played quarterback in high school, so I never really experienced college football, and then they were like, "Hey, you're going to go play tight end." So that was a little bit different. A lot of run blocking drills. A lot of practicing went into it. My favorite thing about tight end is just I feel like it's, aside from the quarterback, I feel like it's the most essential part of your offense. We're asked to do everything, whether it's in the pass game or in the run game and pass protection. So I kind of like having that, I guess having that kind of pressure or weight on my shoulders a little bit. And I like, just being able to prove to myself and to everybody else that, I'm completely capable of doing that.
You had another transition going from Texas to TCU. Tell us what that was about, because your production certainly increased at TCU.
Yeah. Just opportunity, honestly. There was a lot of changes going on at Texas whenever I was there. 3 different offensive coordinators, 3 different position coaches, 2 head coaches. Like it was something different every year. So, I kind of wanted to, just get a fresh start and go find some stability somewhere. And I happened to find it at TCU.
Do you feel like having that quarterback background helps you understand the passing game better than you otherwise might have?
Yeah, I would say it's helped a lot just learning the playbook. Just studying, especially in this offense. Everybody's expected to know every position. Just being able to learn that and kind of figure out the concepts and everything like that. I would say that it's helped quite a bit.
You mentioned you've had several different coordinators and head coaches in a couple of different schools. Do you think that will help you in the transition to be able to adapt and learn whatever?
Oh yeah.
Offensively?
Yeah, I've had to learn 5 different offenses while I was in college, so this is my 6th one in 6 years. So it's part of my normal routine now, I guess. So I don't think I'll have much trouble with it.
So how did it actually work when you physically get the playbook? Was that like yesterday when you guys got here, or did you get one before? And what's your study habits and your study patterns to learn this one?
Yeah, I got to talk to some of the coaches a little bit yesterday about it. But as far as my study habits and stuff go, just draw whatever the play is. Normally teams will give you like drawings or whatever. You draw those on your own sheet of paper. And then if I can, I try to get a script or whatever for practice, and then I go in and write whatever I have on it. And then stuff like walkthroughs and everything like that, that helps a ton too.
Jared, have you already had a conversation with Pat?
Yeah, very briefly, he just told me congrats on getting drafted. That's really all that it's been so far.
Was that over just the weekend that you did get drafted, or just in this ensuing week here?
No, yeah, he called me after the draft, probably like 20 minutes after I got drafted. Just told me congrats and everything like that.
And then what's just the last week been like for you? Is this like the realization of what you've long wanted to do? Like, what's it been like this first week of being a professional?
Yeah. That's exactly what it is. I've worked, everybody in this building that plays has worked their whole lives to be where they're at. So, just getting a chance to do that at a place like Kansas City, I'm super blessed.
Exactly. What's it like when, your dream to do this, and it's real, you get picked, and they call you and say you got picked, but how much more real is it when Patrick Mahomes is on the phone with you talking about it?
Yeah, it definitely hits a little bit more whenever something like that happens. But, you know, I mean, I would say just being here, that's probably the most real that it's been. You know, since I got drafted to now, it's just been like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm going to Kansas City. Like, I'm going to be a Chief. And then now I'm here, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm really in here. I'm really doing this. So I would say that it hit probably yesterday.
Yeah, Hunter mentioned the bus ride in, you see the stadium, and kind of gets reeled in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see the huge stadium with you know, all the seats and everything, and it's. I mean, I've never seen it, so you know, in my opinion, it's the coolest looking stadium if you're looking outside in. So, yeah, I mean, just doing that, you're kind of starstruck for a minute, and then you have to realize, you know, like you're here for a reason. So then it's you kind of shift your mindset into, all right, now it's time to kind of get back to work.
We always ask guys, have you ever been to an NFL game as a fan?
No.
Not everyone had. You never been to one?
Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, and I remember nothing about it.
You remember where was it?
Yeah, we watched it. I do remember we watched the Texans play the Broncos in a preseason, because I remember I was excited to see those. Peyton Manning was there and J.J. Watt, and neither one of them played because it was preseason. So I was like, whatever, it's fine. Exactly.
Jeremy, when you think about it, again, rookie coming in, you talking about it's kind of hit you when you walk to the stadium, but you haven't had a chance to experience Chiefs Kingdom yet, the fandom, and of course you'll get that preseason and the regular season when the season starts. How excited are you about that?
Oh, I'm super excited. From what I've heard, like I said, I've never been to a Chiefs game, but from what I've heard, Chiefs Kingdom is second to none, and I'm super excited just to be able to run out of the tunnel at Arrowhead the first game and just kind of feel that energy that they bring to every game.
We got time for a few more. PJ, you're up. So you talked to Pat. Have you talked to Travis, and how much have you studied him and tried to model your game after his?
I've been studying him for like 3 or 4 years. So just being able to, you know, be in the same position room as him now, you know, like I said, it's just kind of like a starstruck feeling. I've watched him play, like I said, for a lot of years and try to model my game after him in some areas that I can. But just being able to absorb information from him and learn from him and see his habits and kind of just be a fly on the wall for basically what he does day in and day out. I'm super excited about that.
Go Matt and then Nate. Go ahead, Matt.
I think you wore 18 and 19 in college.
Yeah.
What kind of led you to number 12 here?
Yeah, I wore 12 in high school, so it kind of was like it felt like a full circle moment for me, just kind of where everything started, and then now it's definitely not ending right now, but you know, I've kind of achieved the goal that you know, I ultimately have for myself, and you know, like I said, everything's just now getting started as far as this aspect, but definitely whenever I saw 12 was available, I have a kind of like a close connection with that number.
Even in high school, did you choose 12 or did they just hand you 12?
No, I chose 12.
What, was there a reason why you chose it in the first place?
Honestly, no, not really. I don't know if I don't think I ever wore it before. I was just like, it looks cool. And then being here, yeah, exactly. I was like, you know, whatever, Tom Brady, whatever. But yeah, I mean, as far as like choosing it here, you know, it felt like a special number to have, so I went ahead and grabbed it.
Jared, 2 good questions. Did you play other sports growing up? And then secondly, how much of being a quarterback sort of forced you to become such a good receiver, someone who actually catches the ball at a very good rate?
Yeah. As far as sports, yeah, I played soccer growing up whenever I was little. And then I started playing football for a week and quit soccer because I was like, football's way better. And then
middle school?
Yeah, middle school. And then I played baseball too. You know, I'd always played baseball my whole life. I loved it. But then I was just like, you know, if I want a chance to do anything, you know, I'd love to play football. As far as the receiver quarterback thing, I used to hate whenever my receivers dropped the ball. So I know that quarterbacks hate that. So, you know, I've definitely done a lot of work with myself, just being comfortable with the ball in the air. And being able to adjust my body certain ways to make those catches to help the quarterback out as much as possible.
Thanks, Jared.
Appreciate y'all.
All right, guys. We'll go off practice about